What's up everybody, Aigey here, and today I'm going to be helping you guys with getting better at aiming. I know that I'm not the best to help you guys out with getting better at your aim, but for sure I'm going to definitely show you guys some of the things that I have done to get better at this particular game when it comes to aiming. Now, I know a lot of different strategies and a lot of different things to get better at FPS shooters like this. There are things that you can do and drills that you can take, but this is something that I have done for myself to be able to get better at aiming. Now, one of the things that I've done is I had started at these two bots and I would just aim to each of them and just practice aiming at them, just aiming in on them and just aiming as quickly as I can to actually be towards the center. I know that's not necessarily important to do, but it's something that I wanted to be able to do because I couldn't do it well, even though I had the crosshair there. Now, from there, what I would do is I would go to full charge and I would shoot one of them once and wait for them to respawn. I would do it again, and I would just do this about 10 times. I'm only going to do it twice just to get used to aiming when they come up. So there's one thing that I would do. Another thing that I would do is I wouldn't go to full charge, but I would just try to turn and shoot them as quickly as possible. Let me try that again. There, I kind of messed it up a little bit, but that's another thing that I would do, and I'm still not very good at this one, and I'm not very good at some of them, but it's just something that I've been working on as far as aiming, just readjusting my aim and staying near. And then another thing I would do is try to jump with it, jump in between shots and not do a full charge shot so it doesn't insta-kill them. And the reason why I jump is because that's just something that I'm used to doing to throw off another sniper that I'm trying to fight with. Like if that was a sniper over there at a far distance, I would try to throw them off by moving with my repositioning instead of just staying in the same place. And I still do that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, just because my aim's bad. But it's just something that I'm used to trying to do to elude another person that I'm fighting against currently. Now, is that necessarily? No, not really. But it can definitely help sometimes if you're going up against people that don't really know how to deal with bunny hopping very well, and that's something that I do a lot in the game in order to get better. And I don't necessarily suggest bunny hopping as a good way to snipe. I'm just getting used to moving around while aiming at the same targets that are staying center, because it helps me with my readjusting and helps me with trying to outplay someone who's not very mobile when it comes to shooting. Because you always will find those people that don't move very much when they shoot, so they don't really take advantage of moving around too much. Now from there, another thing that I would do is I would go on a kind of line where I would try to get the gun to charge at about 50% or the second triangle and then get a kill from there. So let's do that. Actually charged way too much there. Missed that guy. And I would go on a kind of line just walking around the map killing people when I can see them. Oh, missed that guy. Missed that guy as well. That's okay. But these are probably the hardest people for me to kill each time. But I still practice. That guy respawned. Leave him there. And I'm just full charging again. But let me try that again. And again, just doing this little session here. Do it like once a day. 10 times each per thing. So just looking at each. That would be 1, 2, and then turn shooting. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Double kill.
Do that 10 times, and then when they respawn, start with your line. I usually have to start it from up here. You can go for kill shots. That's fine.
Double kill. There you are.
Gonna wait for that guy. Missed that guy entirely. Not the best, but do that a few times. I would say 10 times. Just come up with some kind of line. And come up with your own line that you want to go for. If you want to do a jumping headshot on this guy, that'd be something to try. Just get your timing down for high velocity, just movement. Jump shots is something that you can go for in case you need to make that crucial headshot over a platform and you know that they're not going to be ready for you to actually launch yourself. And just practice launching yourself too as well. That can be something that you can practice to get better at it, but know where your target is, because you can see them using your ultimate and just make a huge play if you can from it. I totally missed that guy. I thought he was going to walk out, but I forget he goes in that building. But if you can keep track of where the enemies are going and you can make a big play, it looks fancy, and it may not get you play of the game, but it may get you a kill that you need. And it's not going to work all the time, so just take everything one at a time and just focus on trying to get a kill, or at least getting a good amount of damage off. Trying to get your most damage on Widow is definitely not a bad thing at all. You may not get the most kills, but just if you can consistently get your damage off on important high profile targets like a huge tank, like I consider Roadhog a pretty high priority target, or if you can kill a Genji, that'd be great, or a Tracer, that's always awesome, being able to kill those particular people and just make those picks. And since that some of the targets that you're going to want to shoot at, like a Tracer or a Genji, don't have huge health pools, you don't have to necessarily full charge all the time if they've already got some damage on them. So it can just help you make the decision of who you need to kill faster. And that would be really good for getting better at aiming quickly and aiming consistently. But I always like to move and readjust shooting. It's just what I'm used to. Because I actually bunny hop a lot in this game. So just getting into the habit of moving the way that I already would move and then getting better at aiming while doing so is just something that I need to get good at. Oh god, missed that one so bad. But anyway, if this guys helps you out a little bit, I guess let me know. I know it helped me out, and it's just something that I picked up on doing because I was like, god, I suck. So what's the best way to get better? Playing against bots, playing against training dummies, and just learning how to get kills better. And I always miss standing still. I usually miss more standing still than I do when actually aiming, because I like to use my movement as a method of aiming consistently. Oh god, I'm awful. But I usually practice this at least once a day, if not multiple times a day, when I just feel like I'm inconsistent. Now, as far as doing this with other heroes like McCree and Genji, those are two of the heroes that I'm trying to practice on getting better at. For specifically McCree, what I will do is I will practice trying to strafe. I'm not going to go over the exact same huge lines that I've been doing with the others, but I will definitely show you guys what I've been doing with these guys. Now, for sure, I will not fan the hammer, because that's not what I want to practice. Fanning the hammer is super easy, but what I usually practice is I go for body shots while moving, because it's what I'm used to doing. I move a lot while shooting this guy. Same, just moving on to the next guy at a further distance. And I'm not very good at McCree, as you can see, just not used to the aiming yet, but I'm working on it, I promise. I'm trying to get better. But this is one of the ways that I am working on getting better, is just moving while shooting. And the way to do it is just to keep going. I don't actually usually jump very much on McCree, but I will strafe like this. So I'm just getting into the habit of moving like how I normally would want to move to try and evade other bullets while hitting my own. Is just stay consistent with movement and make it harder for them to hit me, while making it hopefully easier for me to hit them. And that doesn't always happen. It just gets hard. And with Genji, the same sort of deal. I strafe a lot with him, but something I need to work on is I need to work on the double jump, left click, and down slice that a lot of people have done. I've been seeing that a lot. Is when people get low, they'll get in close, and they'll land all three of their shuriken, and they will do a kill slice after. So that's just something I'm not used to doing yet, and I always miss it. So this is something that I haven't actually started yet, but it's something that I'm going to start on Genji. Is trying to practice that particular sort of movement, because it's just I want to get into the movement of playing Genji and knowing when to go for the kill slice in particular, and knowing when I can take that specific shot. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Not necessarily the longest video here, but definitely something to show you guys what I have done to at least somewhat improve what I try to do in this game. And I definitely have done a lot of McCree. Just started picking up Genji as somebody that I want to play. And Widowmaker is somebody that I've been playing for a little bit now, and my aim has gotten better. And you can probably tell by the difference in how I use all three of the heroes. I said both, but I showed you guys three, but all three of the heroes in this sort of little live tutorial sort of thing, commentary, whatever you want to call it. I guess leave a comment below what you guys think. Tell me something that you did that was great today. Tell me something that you're going to work on. Let me know about it. I'd love to hear it. And of course, as always, love hearing from you guys, and I will see you in the next video of whatever it is it may be. Alright, peace later, everybody.